Hi guys, welcome to my, I guess, attempted assembly video of, at the moment. I've just bought myself a TT Combat Vallejo paint rack, which, if you're wondering, is the same size as the Army Painter ones. Just put that there, you can see that those will fit in to the holes nicely. I just put up an unboxing / unwrapping video where I had a quick look at it, and in this video I'm going to be assembling it. I'm not going to be doing, this isn't an instructional video, although if you watch it I'm sure it will teach you how to assemble it, because this is primarily a video just to see or show how easy / difficult this is going to be to assemble. I mean, I really don't know how hard this is going to be, how long it's going to take, or how easy it's going to be. So I'm going to start off with one of the paint racks. Now, first things first, these things seem to just pop apart very easily. There doesn't appear to be any risk of damage. You've got a bit of burr there, but you could take that off really easily with a knife, and I may do that later, I may not. It's not a model, so I'm not going to really be that worried by it. So, yep, all the bits seem to disassemble into their component parts without much fuss. They haven't created any complex or delicate joints, which is good, because it seems like they know some of us cat-handed gamers. I'm sure there are gamers out there with a featherlight and delicate touch. Sadly, I'm not one of them. This stuff all seems to come apart very easily in preparation for gluing. Now, normally I'd use wood glue or something like that. At the moment I'm going to be using a medium viscosity super glue, just so I can put it together in a reasonable time frame whilst you guys are watching. I'd advise using wood glue normally, that way if you make any mistakes you can reverse on them fairly easily. But just for a little bit of added difficulty, who doesn't like to live dangerously, and just so that it can be done in a reasonable time frame whilst you guys watch, I'm going to be using super glue. If you're wondering what the occasional long twitches are, I have Tourette's. Those are just me twitching behind the screen. Right. Let's see how these bits pop out. Well done, Maxie. You're a very good boy. You're going to go play with it then, yeah? No. You're going to say hello to the people on the video? You say hello. People. That's my Maxie off screen. That's my son. Okay, you go play with it. Are you popping now? I'm popping out these circular discs. Obviously, these are the holes the paint's going to go into. When you go into the front room and play, Maxie, okay? Just while Daddy does this. Can I have a kiss?
Look, watch them.
I can see. Yes, it's a vehicle. Now go into the front room, Maxie. Go on. Good boy. It's worth noting these are roughly base size. Unfortunately, they're not base size because because that's not what they're designed to be. But they could easily be used as bases, markers, or order tokens in systems where bases don't matter. I've just got a 28mm base there, and if I plonk that on there, we can see that it's obviously not 28mm. And I've got a 32mm base here, and it doesn't show the word for stick on top. I'm going to stick it on the bomb so you can see again. I'll just put that on my hand so you can better see it. There you go. You can see again, it's not 32mm either. Well, I always think it's a 4mm difference, but the difference between the two size bases is always still surprising me. That doesn't mean these can't be useful. I'm thinking of using them to mount small plants on bushes or something like that. But I'm pretty sure I can find a use for a bunch of circular base-like bits of MDF. So I'm going to keep them aside and see if I can't do something with them later. Right, now there are instructions that come with this. This came in front of the packet, got a nice simple picture of how it goes together, and here we've got a nice simple picture of how this bit goes together. So it looks like we need 2 of these and to every one of these. So I'm just going to pop out another one. Boom, 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 boom. I know a lot of people who spend hours using hobby knives to smooth off the bits of that, and if this were a piece of scenery, I would be using a hobby knife to clean that bit there. You know, just get rid of those little burrs to make it look better, but it's not a piece of scenery, it's a paint rack, so there really is no reason. Whee! Sorry. I'm a little quiet at the moment. You can hear I've got a little bit of a cold. There's a flu going through my family at the moment. Fortunately, where I'm asthmatic, I've had my flu jab, so whilst I'm probably going to catch the virus, it's not going to develop into a full-blown flu. Right, so let's have a look. One of these, 2 of those, and 2 of these. So let's see what we can do. I'm just going to square this off. Ooh. Yeah, square off the camera because frankly it's looking slightly wonky to me because it is slightly wonky. Boom, 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 boom. And as you know, if it's not a right angle, it's a wrong angle. Right, let's see how these go. Okay, so first things first. I see. Right. This bit should fit snugly. Yep, it's fitting very well by itself. Nice and snug, as you can see. Even if I don't glue it. So I'm just going to apply some glue to various surfaces. In case you're wondering, this glue is Mr. Sticky's medium viscosity cyanocrylate. I often use Army Painter. This one is available from one of my local model shops. Little local shop called Fratton Models. They're really the kind of remote control aeroplane slash toy train type of model shop. And whilst I don't get a lot of games in there, I think it's great to support them because you get loads of things like this. That's nice, Maxie. I can't draw a plane for you right now. Bear me a second. Maxie, say hello.
Hello!
Right, that's Maxie. Maxie, go into the front room. Oh. And it all seems fairly simple so far. I really imagine this is going to be a very simple, easy build, but I think with things like this, anything where they give you and you've got to assemble it yourself, it's worth looking at how good it is to view. Good it is to view, how easy it is to put together. So we've got this bit here. Maxie, go into the front room now. Stop it. I know, but you're... Bear with me a second. I'm just going to go and try and quiet him down. And I'm back. Hopefully he'll be a little quiet now. Right. So this bit goes in here. So possibly I could have done it the other way around. There and there. There and there. There's a little bit of give there, which makes that easy enough to slot in. Have I done this wrong? Oh no, I have done this wrong. Fortunately, it's not stuck together yet. Beep, beep. There you go. I misread the instructions there, but no biggie. I'm just going to go and redo it right. So, again, fairly easy. It shows you that it doesn't just go together one way. You do have to look at the instructions. So first things first, this pops in and goes down to the bottom, so it leaves a gap there. And oh, that's just my wife's phone going. Oh, that noise in the background was just my wife's phone going. I'm sure it wasn't anything important.
Just our daughter.
We got a spare.
Hey, baby. Don't see why not. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay.
Sounds like she's staying around her friend's house. Her friend.
She's bringing her friend round.
Oh, she's bringing her friend round here. Oh, that's cool. Her friend's coming to stay over. Her friend, who my wife assures me is totally not her girlfriend, but I reckon he might be.
It's been a shame because I don't want them to break up and lose each other.
Just going to be putting some glue on here. You can tell I'm a bit under the weather because I would have normally spotted something like this well before putting it together. I just have to, right. So then the second bit goes in there. Get in there. Get in there, you hippie. Right, let me see if I can straighten this out. This is where you find out using super glue is a mistake. What have I done here? Straighten this up. Pop this bit in here. I'm going to stick the rest together using other stuff. Right, it's straight at the ends, but there's a little bit of a difference here. As you can see, I've got reasonably flat ends. Sorry. Focus. So it is important to get it right. You are much better off doing this with wood glue. So little trimmage necessary. But again, it's a fairly easy to work with material, so that's not the end of the world. And there you go. Okay. Yep. Okay. Right, there is a certain level of too wideness. You can see here, actually a little bit wide, which is going to involve me having to trim this bit down. Nothing is perfect. I think what I'll do is I'll try assembling it properly with wood glue in a minute and see if that actually helps, because where I'm using super glue to get it together quickly, I fear I'm not getting the lubricating effect that I would normally get from using a good quality wood glue or Evo stick style glue. 1, 2, 3, and go on, pop in, just pop in. I'm going to pause this a while and see if I can't solve this. Right. I'm back. Well, I've got two bits that I didn't super glue together, because on the principle that might be my mistake. For expediency of getting it done for the camera, I might have selected the wrong glue. I'm just going to hold them together and see if I can dry fit this. I can, but not that easily. So that's worth, cool, blimey. That's worth noting. Which pretty much gives me the answer I needed. I'll take some of this glue. And one of the things about using wood glue on things, apart from the fact it goes everywhere, is that while it's wet, it does give you a lot more play. Dum-dee-doo-doo. So, step 1, don't be a fool and use super glue to make things go quicker. Step 2, don't underestimate the lubricating effects of wet wood glue. So I'm just going to flatten this out and come here, little sod, and pop this bit on. There you go. When you've got the wood glue on there, it actually just slides on relatively easily. So, yep, I was using the super glue to try and make this a slightly quicker video. That was a mistake. Fortunately, I have a couple of cheap and rubbishy brushes, so I'm just going to use those to just rub the glue in and make sure I don't get too many lumps of glue as it dries. However, what I will point out is this is holding it in place perfectly. So with some models, it's even actually advantageous to use a bit of super glue just to hold things in place. This one's well built enough that you don't need to do that. In case you're wondering why I'm just smearing the glue like this, that's why it's got that shaped head. It is in fact supposed to just smear glue on like that. Just in case you're wondering, this brush is completely knackered anyway. I wouldn't normally use an army painter brush for this kind of work. Army painter are quite good. Come on, you. Let's pop. Let's have you pop. It doesn't fit together. It's not the easiest fit together, but at the same time, it isn't particularly difficult. It's not the end of the world. Just a little pressure and occasionally a little trimming. Come on, you. Why are you not just popping in there? Right. I'm just going to use my model knife, and what we're going to do is I'm just going to trim the edge off here slightly. Not a lot. So just a tiny bit to see if that'll just let me fit that on without the excessive pressure that I don't want to use. There you go. Again. So this particular part, not the easiest to put together, but not the hardest. Just gonna use this as just something to put the glue on. Ooh. In case you're wondering, this Amtech glue is not my preferred glue. It's just a nice and cheap glue that I happen to have to hand. God damn it. That's my child in the background. And this bit, as you'd expect, slots on very easily. Let's give you that. Right, I'm going to pause this while I fix and assemble the rest of the bits that are like this before moving on to the next bit. Hey guys, I'm back. I quickly stuck these two bits together because frankly, they just stick together. I've got these bits here, and I'm going to attempt to stick them into these bits here. Noteworthy, the bits here are a bit awkward to stick together. They do take a bit of work. I ended up having to use the base of this to tap a lot of it in. It's not end of the world. Oops, knocking the camera there. It's not the end of the world difficult, but it is a little more awkward than I would like. So I'm just going to see how well this will slot in here. No! As previously, it's going to require some trimming. As you can see, the glue together is not bad, but this stuff doesn't seem to have much margin for error. So I'm just going to just try and make sure that's smooth, nothing flat in this. I'm just going to take the edge off. Oops, sorry. Just take the edge off there. Just to try and ease that in. There's not a lot. Kind of minimum you can manage. Just. Okay. And I'm just going to put some glue in there. Let's get that bit off. And on here. And then same on the bottom. Because ironically the same thing that's going to hold it together is hopefully going to act as a little bit of a lubricant. Lubing it up, baby, lubing it up. I'm just gonna, before I forget, just do the same here. There you go. A little bit of trim there, and that's slotted in fairly solidly. Again, you can see it holds itself together reasonably well. I'm just going to slot that one down. Pop that one in there. Make sure it's all solidly done. Get that held in. So the next bit's going to fit in there, and the next bit there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it a little while for this to dry, and then I'm going to try and insert the next bit and see how difficult it is. Okay. Hey guys, I'm back. I just stuck that back bit in as well. I'm just going to do. Oops, sorry. Yeah, everything's a little too close. I just stuck this back bit in. I'm going to stick this one in. Again, I've had to trim the edge. Sorry, let's get you focus. Trim the edge somewhat, as you can see, just to fit. There really is very little sort of wiggle room or tolerance on this. And just before I put it in, I'm just going to trim the other edge so that it's already trimmed and I have to muck about with it in. Ooh, that's way more than I want to trim off. Muck about with it in situ when I put the top on, so that's just going to go in there. I'm just going to move this around. Lower you down there so you can see what's going on. Glue around this. Glue I'm using just a basic PVA, nothing particularly special. Just what I happen to have at this particular point in time. And getting to the top bit. I should get it. Yep. As I say, just pop back there. As I say, they need a little trimming because the bits seem to be designed to fit with exact precision, which sadly is not how bits fit. If you want the bit to go on the inside, you have to make it slightly smaller than the bit that's going inside. But such is life. It does mean that they're very well built. Pull that there, pull that there. Cool. Just putting the glue on this last bit here. Sorry, it's so close you can't see what I'm doing. Just putting the glue on this last one here. Let's get that flat. This one will go on the end here. It's worth noting these do roughly line up, so I suspect they're meant to go here and sit on each other. What I may do after I built it, so I'm just going to lift, you actually see better. These bits here and the bottom bits here do roughly line up, so I'm suspecting they're meant to sit on each other. So I may glue those when I'm done. Right, now I'm just going to be lifting the camera up so you see what's going on. I'm just going to be applying glue to the top bits here. because a lot of them are going to be going in at the same time. That is a little awkward, but frankly, there's not really much you can do about that. I've already trimmed the sides.
Smash stuff around.
I'm not too fussed about making a bit of a mess with this glue. I've got like several minutes after it's finished to go through and dry it off. Oh, make sure any bits that I've trimmed off. As I showed you earlier, I've gone through and I've trimmed all the top bits here so that they should hopefully slide in fairly easily. And then I've got to try and negotiate. I know you're making a cake right now, Maxie. It's never a brilliant idea when you've got to stick in every bit simultaneously, but I'm not sure how else they do it to get a solid piece, so bear me a second. I'm back, sorry, just trying to get the camera in a decent angle and deal with my male child. And this really is slightly awkward. I'm going to use a bit of brute force here. They do pop in easily with a little bit of brute force, but frankly, I'm always wary of hammering things in place. Stick that there. And there you go. Just going to straighten the thing out. Because the fits are so tight, come on you, it is going to hold itself together reasonably well. I'm going to bring the camera out so you can see it. It is not the easiest build, but the price of it is remarkably cheap. This whole thing was £12. Including postage package and, well, free postage package and all that. And you can see that that's actually a random wall. The thing's fitting quite well. They're gripped at the bottom here, gripped to the top here, and that's going to take a lot of my pains and keep them a much more easily and accessible point. One thing I'm going to do later is, oops, sorry guys, nearly felt much of that, is I'm going to go through the back here, and where these bits stick together, I'm going to put a little bit of glue just to hold them in place and just to keep them going. But for now, I'm going to let the wood glue dry and let it solidify. And yeah, all in all, not a bad little thing. Took me about half an hour to an hour to build in total, I think. Yeah, it took me about half an hour to build. Probably take you less if you didn't make the mistake of trying to use super glue to speed up your video. And it looks fairly solid. Hopefully this helped you guys and you enjoyed it. Have a nice day. Hi guys, hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, remember to like and subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Facebook and Twitter. Not sure why, but I am. So if you like it, see me there, and please tell your friends. Thanks very much. Bye.